Hello and welcome to another lowvarates.com training tutorial. My name is James Shergill. Today we're going to be talking about the VA IRRRL program, better known as the VA Streamline Refinance program. So what exactly do we mean when we say VA IRRRL? Well, IRRRL is an acronym that stands for Interest Rate Reduction Refinancing Loan. Again, better known as the VA Streamline Refinance. But what exactly makes a VA Streamline so streamlined? The name suggests that it's a loan that you can close much more quickly than a traditional refinance, and that's absolutely right. Here are the reasons why. So first and foremost, a VA Streamline Refinance is a VA guaranteed refinance program for existing VA mortgages. The primary feature that makes a VA Streamline Refinance so streamlined is the fact that there is a lot less documentation needed to approve the loan. The VA does not require an appraisal, credit report, income, or asset documentation in order to guarantee the loan. However, the lenders that actually administer the loans may require that information in order to approve it. Now that's a very important distinction to make there. The VA is not a lender. In this instance, it's best to look at the VA as an insurance company. The reason why veterans are able to get such great rates and favorable guidelines is because the VA is essentially telling the bank that's lending them the money, if these borrowers ever default, we're going to be guaranteeing about 25% of the loan amount should they ever default and find themselves unable to make their payments. They're available in loan terms of 15, 20, 25, and 30-year increments, and borrowers can choose between getting either a fixed rate loan or a VA hybrid ARM. Now I could go into further detail there, but I've done a couple of other videos that you guys can check out specifically on the hybrid ARM and fixed rate loans, which I think you'll find most helpful. But today we're going to focus on just the basics of the VA Streamline. And VA Streamline gives them the option to finance up to an additional $6,000 for energy efficient improvements. I did a video on this one as well, so I'm just going to touch on it here, but essentially that money can be used to add features that will help them on energy expenses and improve the value of the home as well. So what are the key benefits of the VA Streamline Refinance? Well, the VA IRRRL program mandates if you do a VA Streamline Refinance, the new rate must be lower than the current loan rate unless the borrower is moving from an adjustable rate mortgage to a fixed rate loan. The VA sees that as a benefit in that the borrower is moving to a more stable loan program. There are no out-of-pocket fees. Most of the fees are generally financed into the new loan, which makes the investment of a refinance that much sweeter. In a way, it's the best investment you can get because if you have, sure, you might add $5,000 to $10,000 to your loan amount, but if you save $300 to $400 a month as a result, you're going to make up that money pretty quickly. And I can't think of any investment where you don't have to use your own money and get this kind of return on it in such a short period of time. Another benefit is that the VA is very flexible when it comes to occupancy status. Obviously, the VA understands that, especially among active duty military personnel, they're often required to move a lot. If there's a change of orders or a change of station. When it comes to guaranteeing these loans, as long as the property was at any time previously inhabited by a borrower with the VA entitlement, you can do the refinance. Depending on the bank, you can refinance a VA loan that's technically an investment property and get a rate that's just as good as you'd get if it was an owner-occupied property. Though the VA Streamline Refinance is technically not a cash-out loan, but you can defer a payment and get an escrow refund, which depending on the loan amount can be a sizable amount of money, which if you apply towards other credit card debt, can actually free up even more money as a result of the transaction besides just the money you save by lowering your interest rate. Another benefit seems pretty obvious. The reduced documentation makes for generally faster processing times. And I don't know about you, but I haven't met a borrower yet that wasn't excited to get their loan closed sooner rather than later. The fact that there's no appraisal requirement allows borrowers in undervalued areas to take advantage of low rates. Now, this is really coming into play as a huge benefit in this market because so many homes, particularly in overbuilt markets like California, Florida, Arizona, in these states they've seen value decreases in some areas as much as 50 to 75%. While their neighbors may be unable to refinance as a result of it, being a veteran, that doesn't come into play. And finally, the VA allowable fees. The VA heavily restricts what fees are allowable and what fees aren't when it comes to streamline refinance mortgages. We're going to need you to get a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, proof of homeowners insurance, a valid state or government issued picture ID for all the borrowers in the loan, proof of service ID or social security number, which usually is one and the same for any borrower on the loan, and a copy of your mortgage note from the current loan. And lastly, if you're in Texas, Florida, or Ohio only, we'll need a copy of your plat map and survey. Well, once again, my name is James Shergill, Senior Government Loan Specialist with lowvarates.com. If you have any questions, please give me a call. My direct line, that number is 877-698-2482. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.